Paul Goby with Lesser Libraries Neighbourhood Services with another Easter story. This one's called Rabbit Pie. Starts with a bit of a bad fella called Thieving Thomas. And this is what he used to do. He used to hide behind this big hedge in front of the road, and he'd wait there with a big stick. And someone was walking down the road, he'd jump out and wave his stick and say, "Give me your money, give me your jewels, give me your food, give me your bike, give me your trousers, give me your shoes, give me your sweets, give me something." It didn't matter what it was. He couldn't stop himself. He'd wave the stick and want whatever he could. Well, one day, and it was getting near Easter, and he was thinking about his Easter dinner. He hadn't got one. And then this little old man came walking down the road with a big black hat on his head, but most importantly, a chicken under his arm. Thieving Thomas thought, ho, here's the answer to my problems. Chicken, roast chicken on Easter Day. So he jumped out, waving his stick and said, "Give me that chicken." The little man said, "No." "I'll bash you with my stick." "No," he said, "you don't want to eat this chicken. It's old and tough. Oh, it would be a rubbish meal. But do you like rabbit pie?" Thieving Thomas said, "Yeah, I love rabbit pie. But you've got a chicken and you haven't got a rabbit." "Ah, wait and see." The little old man took off his big black hat, reached into the hat and pulled out a white, plump rabbit. Ooh! And he looked on the floor. And he did it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, until there were 20 little white rabbits all hopping and jumping. Thieving Thomas thinking, fantastic! Ooh, all these lovely rabbits, all that lovely rabbit pie. I want that hat now. So they gathered up all the rabbits, popped them in the hat, and Thieving Thomas went off with the hat, feeling very pleased with himself. He was thinking, if I've got this hat, I can have rabbits any time I want. Fantastic! So he went home. Right, he said, time to make a pie. First thing, he lit the fire. Then he made the pastry. He got the flour and the water and the butter, and he rolled it all out. Right, he said, fire on, pastry ready, all I need is a rabbit. So he picked up the hat and put his hand in and pulled out the tiniest, skinniest rabbit you've ever seen. Whew! You're no good. Put it over on the floor, put in his hand again. Nothing. 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 Not one more rabbit could he get out of the hat. I've been cheated. If I catch that little man, there will be trouble. No one cheats on Thieving Thomas. Ha! What am I going to do now? I want my rabbit pie. And then he looked at the little rabbit who'd come out of the hat the first time. It was a very small, skinny rabbit. He thought, okay, you're a bit small now. More like rabbit sandwich than rabbit pie, but I can fatten you up. He thought, that's the perfect idea. So he built a little rabbit hutch, and they put the rabbit inside and started to feed him up with all the things that rabbits like to make him nice and plump and juicy. So he fed him carrots, lots of carrots, lettuce, cabbage, grass, cucumber, celery, tomatoes, and every day he looked at him and said, big enough? Nah, give him a bit more. Big enough yet? Nah, give him a bit more. He had to build a bigger hutch because the rabbit had got so big. But he kept on feeding him with all the cabbage and the carrots and the lettuce, all the stuff, and the rabbit was getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Until one night, Thieving Thomas heard a smashing, crashing sound. The rabbit had grown so big, so enormous, it smashed its way out of the hutch and came straight through the door into Thieving Thomas's house. What? The rabbit was gigantic, twice the size of him. And he came to live in the house. And Thieving Thomas couldn't do anything about it because he was just enormous. So he sat in Thieving Thomas's chair, slept in his bed. But Thieving Thomas couldn't do anything. By this time, the rabbit was getting bigger, and it was taking over the neighbourhood. It used to eat the apples out of the fruit trees. It used to eat so much grass, there was nothing for the cows and the sheep. It dug huge, great holes all over the fields and used to scare all the cats and dogs. Everybody was scared of this great, big, enormous monster rabbit. Well, Thieving Thomas hadn't seen him for about 2 weeks. He thought, okay, must have gone away somewhere else. Thank goodness, I never want to see him ever again. Nothing but trouble. And he was sitting down at his table when his house started to shake and shiver. The bowls and plates started to move on the plate. There was a scratching sound and a crunching sound and a crashing sound, and with a smash, the huge rabbit head was in the middle of the floor of his house. With his pink nose. Oh, what? He was even bigger than before. He leapt into the house and he started to kick everything. He kicked the tables and the chairs and the crockery, and he kicked Thieving Thomas, and the whole place was going to be kicked to pieces. Just then, there was a knock at the door. Thieving Thomas went to the door, opened it up, and there was the little old man with the chicken under his arm, just scratching his head. He said, "Excuse me, you might remember me. You borrowed, or should we say took, my hat a few weeks ago, and can I have it back? It's a bit cold now, and I haven't got much hair on the top of my head." Thieving Thomas said, "Take your hat and take your rabbit. Nothing but trouble have I had." So the little old man stepped into the house, and he could see everything was smashed and bashed to pieces. But there was no sign of the rabbit. "It was here," said Thieving Thomas. "Monstrous thing, smashed and broken everything. But there was a big hole in the middle of the floor." The little old man looked inside, reached in his hand and pulled out a little white rabbit. "Is this it?" "Oh, no," said Thieving Thomas. "It was huge, it was monstrous. Look at the mess he's made. Take your rabbit, take your hat, get out now." So the little old man popped the rabbit in his hat, put the hat on his head, the chicken on his arm, and he walked off down the road. And ever since that day, Thieving Thomas has never seen him before, and he has never taken anything before. He mended his ways, no more robbing for him. And the other thing, of course, he never ever had rabbit pie ever again. So there we are, a rabbit story for Easter. If you enjoyed it, share it with your friends and family. Bye.